We're going to go ahead and just pulse this. Hello, Candy Toys here, and welcome back to our channel. Today we will be doing an unboxing and product review of Black & Decker's Easy Assembly 8-cup food processor. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do, as always, is examine the box, and this is a pretty big box. It says Black & Decker Easy Assembly 8-cup food processor, set and go for easy assembly. So with this food processor, you can slice, shred, chop, or puree. And it includes an S-blade for chopping and mixing, dual-sided slice/shred disc, and it has 2 speeds plus pulse for precise results. It says it's dishwasher safe. And let's see what else it has on the other side. Like I said, this box is really big. Okay, so that just shows everything's that's in there. I don't know if you can see with this glare that I have with my light, but it shows this is how it works, and this is the different functions and all of the things I said on the front of the box. And then let's see what it shows on the back side. Looks like the back is exactly the same. That's heavy. Okay, so it looks like this is the same, and the side just shows some things that you can make. Okay, so let's go ahead and unbox it, and it does have tape, so I am going to need my scissors. Let's grab those. Try to turn this around in an easier way for you to see when opening it. Just going to go ahead and take my scissors and just cut straight down here, and then I'm going to cut to the sides too. There we go. It might be enough. There's a little bit of tape on that side too, but let's see if it's enough. Yeah, I think we can get it from here. So I'm going to set those scissors to the side for now, and let's see. There we go. Okay. So it has the user manual, and that's that. So I'm going to take that out first, set that down, and there's another cardboard here. So this is all going to have to be pieced together. Take that out, and this is the main part of the food processor. Set that down. Besides vegetables, cutting vegetables, I like to use food processors when I'm making like a pie crust from scratch. It just makes it so much easier just to put it in there and let it mix real quick, because a pie dough isn't like a bread dough, so you don't have to do a bunch of kneading to it. It just needs to be mixed real fast. And I think a food processor for me makes the best or the fastest way to get that pie dough mixed up. Okay, so I'm gonna have to dump this. All right, so got that out, and go ahead and move this out of the way. And I already have my vegetables here that I'm going to cut up, so I'm gonna slide those out the way for now. And this is the bottom of it. So let's open this up. Or I should say the base of the food processor. Okay. It's actually really pretty. That over to the side. This off. So that is what the base looks like. And let's see, grab the cup part of it that we put over there. And it already has, it looks like a chopping blade in it. So let's go ahead and take this out. That's the chopping blade. And I think it just sits in there like that. Okay. And this is the other part. It goes on the top of the lid. Oh, and we do have this part too. So this is, you know, what you use to connect all of these things. But we're going to go ahead and look at the instructions too. But that goes into the middle like that. And we have our lid. So this is our lid, and we have some blades here. Pretty. One blade over there. Okay, so I'm gonna get as much of this stuff out the way as possible. Okay, so let's take this off. That fell out. That's just what you use to push down the vegetables. Okay, so all right. So anyway, that goes like that. It's not on there all the way, and then this goes in here. So I'm gonna sit that there for a second. Move this blade a little closer. And we're gonna go ahead and look at these instructions. So it's Black & Decker, and again, it shows how it assembles. You can see that. There we go. So yeah, it's just how we did it, and you can switch out the blades and all of that stuff. And it's a pretty big manual. Yeah, so what we're gonna do now is I'm going to come back. I'm going to clean my food processor because it just came out of the box and I don't want to use it that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash this up real good, wash up the blades real good, and then I'm gonna wash my hands because I touched on this box, okay? So we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we are back and everything has been cleaned and washed, including my hands. And so what we're gonna do now is, oh, and I forgot to mention that if you're gonna do this in a place like this, put down a protective covering, which I've done. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna turn it on so that you can see how it works before I start adding the vegetables. I've also gone ahead and cut up my vegetables or pre-slice them before they go into the food processor, because if you have larger vegetables, they may not fit directly down the chute, so you need to pre-cut them. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn it on. I'm gonna do all speeds first, again with nothing in it, and then I'm going to go ahead and start chopping some vegetables, okay? So here is the low. Kind of loud, and then now we're going to do high. Very loud, and it's very strong. So when you turn it on, this whole thing moves. It like pushes. So it does have little rubber feet on the bottom, which are great because it keeps it in place. Okay, so now we're going to do pulse. Okay, so that is all of the speeds. So now we're going to go ahead and start cutting up some vegetables. If you're like me, one of the vegetables that I dread cutting is onions. So I'm going to try to put that in there first. Let's see. I might make it. All right. Oh, I already went down there. Okay, so I want to have this one chopped. So I have in the chopping blade. So I'm gonna put it on, well, you know, I think I'm gonna pulse it first. Ooh, see how that whole thing shakes? It has a very strong motor. Look at that. And the reason why I'm pulsing it is because I'm gonna make taco bowls later for dinner. So I want it to be more like a salsa or pico de gallo. That might be all I need, but you see, if I had turned that on low, it wouldn't have it wouldn't have gotten into the size and shape that I needed for my salsa. Oh, before I go on, this thing here has to be on securely before it'll turn on. So if you ever put this on and you're like, why isn't it working? It's because you have to make sure this is lined up here and it is on securely, okay? So I have my onions in there, and I'm going to go ahead and add the peppers because I want to have some peppers in. Let's see. I do have more onion too. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the peppers in there. And I probably can go ahead and fit that onion in there too. Could have just done all this at the same time, huh? Okay, so yeah, so this is good to push that down. So now what I'm going to do is turn this on low. So that's getting all of that. Yeah, see, that makes a nice like salsa. So it has everything in there but the tomatoes. So that is really great. But let's see if I can take this off so you can see how fine. The motor is really, really good. It cuts so well. So let's try to take this off so you can see. Yeah, there's some on the sides over here, but yeah, look at how great that cuts. Take that off. See if you can see that. I'm gonna take my knife so you can see how fine it cuts. Look at that. So you go ahead and add some tomatoes and some lime juice to this and a little bit of salt and maybe any of your seasonings. And then you have the perfect salsa. Isn't that great? Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to grab my tomatoes so I can finish this up, transfer this into another bowl, and then I'm going to try to switch out this blade so that you can see what sliced potatoes look like. I don't need these potatoes for anything for dinner, but I'm just going to go ahead and use these as a demonstration to show you what it looks like. So we'll be back again with some tomatoes and also with transferring this to another bowl so that you can see what it looks like. Okay, be back in a second. Okay, and we are back. I have grabbed some tomatoes. I've also got my bowl, and I've added some lime juice and some salt to this already. So now we're going to go ahead and add our tomatoes. And when I add the tomatoes, I'm going to pulsate them. So I think I could fit them all in here. Let's see, I pre-cut these too. And this is a pretty big food processor, so as you can see, it holds a lot. So I'm going to put that down and I'm going to pulse this. Again, you have to make sure this is locked good before. Okay, so now that's locked in place, and we're going to go ahead and just pulse this. Wow. It's looking so nice. Good. Okay, so we're going to take this off and transfer it. Almost looks like coleslaw. It just smells delicious, just delicious. So I'm going to lift this up, and I think that blade might fall out. So let me set that down. Transfer this plate here. let's set our bowl here. Go ahead and pour that in. Oh, this smells so delicious. Now, I'm not a big tomato eater. You may be a big tomato eater, so you may want to put more tomatoes to give it that traditional red. Oh my gosh, if you could just smell it. It smells so good. It smells so good. Okay. So we have onions in here. We have peppers. We have lime juice and salt. And of course our tomatoes. So now this is done. I'm going to get the rest of this out of our food processor, and then I'm going to switch blades and show you how it looks to slice some potatoes, okay? So we'll be back again in a second. Okay, so we are back, and I've already cleaned this again. One thing about food processors, just like blenders, they're pretty messy if you're going to be changing different types of food that you're going to be using and you don't want them to mix. So be mindful of that. The great thing about it is that you can put it in a dishwasher, but if you're going to be cooking different types of food or cutting different types of food in this, you will need to keep cleaning it to switch over. So for example, if I wanted to do my pie crust that I was talking about after these potatoes, then I would have to go ahead and clean it again, or wait later after it runs through the dishwasher cycle. Okay, so let's go ahead and chop some potatoes, or slice. So this, I put in the other blade too, if you can see. So we're gonna try to see what the slicing looks like, and I'm gonna go ahead and do one piece at a time for this one. Let's see, and I wanna pulse it. Ooh, now that is nice. You see that? I don't know if you can see it, but I'm gonna finish them up and then I'm gonna show you. But yeah, I like this, what that's looking like. Okay, so let's put in our last one. That fits. And these are just small little baby potatoes. Man, it moves so fast. Why bother cutting up potatoes when you have some potatoes? Okay, so there we go with that. Now let's open it up. Okay, sit down right there. And the good thing about it not working unless the thing is secure, it's very safe. So you can touch this and not worry about it coming on by accident or anything like that. So look at our slices. See that? These are all of our sliced potatoes. So if you don't want to go in the kitchen and do this by hand, it only took me a few seconds. Very nice slices. Very nice. See that? Love it. Okay, so that will do it for us today. Thank you for watching this video, and please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and share this video with all of those you think may be interested in it. And we will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Well, that is it. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and we will see you next time. Have a good day. Bye-bye.